What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Rockin' Game episode. In today's video, we are doing a unboxing for a video game that I had pre-ordered, or a collector's edition, for a game that I pre-ordered a couple of weeks ago. This does have a street date of the 19th, but I did receive it a little bit early. The date of this recording is the 15th, and this is supposed to come out the 19th. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on into it. If you do like the video, smash that like button, comment down below what you think of this game, if you have played it, what you think of this collector's edition, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you do not miss a single video. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. And today we are covering Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut Collector's Edition. Now this is my very first time pre-ordering and having it delivered to me from GameStop, and I will say, for the most part, was really excited for this. Whenever I was scrolling Facebook, actually, I will be the first to admit this. I was scrolling Facebook and Instagram, and Best Buy, one of the ads for Best Buy popped up, and this was one of the games that was on the Best Buy ad for like the pre-ordered games coming out soon. It was like Turok and a whole bunch of other games, and this was the one that popped up. So I was going to pre-order this through the Best Buy, but I was like, I have some points from GameStop. I do shop at GameStop every once in a while, and I do have some points, and I also have my $5 off. So I was like, why not just pre-order it through GameStop? And I did watch a trailer for this. This is a narrative-based game. There is no it's basically story-driven, if you will. It is not like an open world. It's nothing like that. It is basically narrative-driven, as I have stated multiple times. And the art style for this is actually really gorgeous. It may be just black and white, but it is such a gorgeous art style that honestly, whenever I saw the trailer for this and I saw the gameplay, quote-unquote gameplay for it, I actually really wanted to jump onto this. And once again, I know nothing about the game. I know that, I think from what I remember, you're like an executioner, and you are tasked with executing the princess, and you end up being manipulated by her to not slay her. So you have to basically make these decisions. Do you slay her? Do you not slay her? That kind of deal. So it looked interesting. It looked very gorgeous. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I am on a collector's edition kick. I do own like Scott Pilgrim for the Switch. I do own the Retro Realms Halloween and Ash collector's edition. I do own the Evil Dead collector's edition. I do own the Security Breach for Five Nights at Freddy's. I own Psychonauts 2 collector's edition. I own multiple collector's editions, and this is one that I wanted to add to the collection. So with that being said, this is the box. You've got some art all around it. I guess different forms of said princess, and then it shows the contents that are within. There are quite a few contents on this that I'm actually really excited to check out. The only thing that bums me about this whole thing is that there is no physical soundtrack. It's a downloadable soundtrack. It's a digital soundtrack. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It looks like everything is in here for the most part that was on the ad. I do know on certain like ads for like GameStop and pre-orders and stuff, it says, you know, subject to change or art changes or whatever. But this actually looks like it did in the ad, so nothing was changed with that. So it looks like over 35% more content in the Pristine Cut. 3 brand new chapters, expansions to familiar routes, new princesses, a new ending, and of course, consequences. So, let's go ahead and pop this open. Oh, as I was going to say, for my first GameStop pre-order, I'm a little disappointed, and that is because if you look on the side here, you can see a ginormous crease going all the way down. I don't know if that was GameStop. I don't know if maybe that was just the USPS. There's a dent at the bottom. But as bad as this sounds, it's not enough for me to be like, I want it taken back. I did get the $5 protection plan for this, so I do have it up for a year. So I guess if I open it and I'm like, you know what, I want another version, or not another version, but I want another copy because this one's damaged, I have a year. So if push comes to shove, I can always just take that in store, I guess, and be like, yo, I want a different one because this one came in damaged, and I wanted to play the game and see if I like it. And I mean, you can definitely tell as you unwrap it that it is definitely damaged there, and then on the bottom it is definitely damaged there. So once again, I don't know if that's a GameStop fuck up or if that is a USPS fuck up. It was bubble wrapped on one side of the box, so I don't know if maybe it slid around. You can kind of see that dent right there. I don't know if maybe it slid around and was damaged that way, or if it was already damaged and GameStop was just like, fuck it, let's send it. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see here. I think this is the statue actually, which, holy cow, I don't believe so. Okay, this is a really weird this is a really weird box set actually. Let's see, I do it to the side. Okay, so it's in a really nice, I'm not trying to spoil things, but it is in a really nice box. The statue itself is. So let's go ahead and pop this stuff out of here. And it is not organized at all. It is actually very unorganized. It's kind of just like they threw the stuff in here. The only thing that is nice and neatly tucked in here is the statue box. So the statue box looks like it is unscathed. It looks perfectly fine actually. So I'm assuming it was just the outer box that was damaged. You do have the physical copy of the game. There is a Switch version and a PS5 version, but I wanted the PS5 version. Let's go ahead and pop this open and get it out of the way so that you can see all these other goodies. The statue itself said 7-inch statue. Looks like a pretty decent size in person. I do know on the website, like I said, it said 7 inches. I looked up a couple 7-inch statues just to get a decent representation of what a 7-inch statue would be, because I've never got any collector's edition with statues before. So on the inside you do get the, obviously I'm not going to show it, but you do get the redeemable soundtrack with some art on the back, so after you use the code, at least you have that. You have some mirror fragment, some stickers, mirror fragment of the different princesses, and the disc looks fine, so good on that department. Now, a lot of this is like wrapped up, so I will have to take it out, but we have a bookmark of a dagger, which you can't really you can't really see it. I don't know if that would help a little bit. That is a bookmark, which I think is pretty cool. You have a lenticular mirror, which I can definitely see. You can definitely see the princess, I'm assuming, in that. That's actually really cool. I like that. A little bit of a damage at the top. There's like a scratch, but I think this actually comes off, I believe. It looks like it, maybe. I'd say the lenticular is really nice, but it is very easy to scratch. There is multiple scratch. You can't really tell on stream, but there is like multiple scratches and stuff. I would say poor quality on that, but it is still really cool to have. And they did have it in bubble wrap, so I don't know if maybe while they were making it, they just decided to scratch it up. I don't know. I guess I just ended up getting the damaged one out of the bunch. This is really cool. It's like an enamel pin with a severed arm. I don't know how much of this I'm allowed to show on YouTube, but I'm going to show every bit of it because I think it's nice. I think it's pretty. I got a severed arm with some jewels, blood jewels. Very good quality on this. This is actually really heavy. So, and everything, like I said, everything in this is wrapped, not necessarily in bubble wrap, but everything is in at least a like a protective sleeve. Like this comes in like a little bag. So that's really nice that they took the time to actually individually wrap each thing. So this I'm really excited to see, even though it is probably damaged. Okay. I do want to take this out and show you guys because it looks pretty cool. And whenever it said it was like moving action, I was like, ooh. Like, nice. So yeah, I don't want to. Okay, so it's blurred out since it's pixelated, but you got a little diorama here, and the hand like the hand kind of moves up and down as it's like stabbing whatever this is. Once again, it's pixelated, so can't go wrong with that. Lovely. Okay. Very easy to put on, very easy to take off. It's just two separate pieces. And once again, I don't think YouTube will be as strict on certain things, but you never know. It's YouTube. I could go to upload this and then 2 seconds it could be down for violence. So if you want to watch the video, I would just definitely try to watch it as soon as it's uploaded. That way you won't miss it. And then this is just like a little keychain. I was gonna say I'm not gonna take it out, but it looks like a piece is broken. So this might be. There is definitely something that is either off on this or. Okay, so once again, this is really bubbly and scratched up. I really hope that there is some kind of like protection on this, but if not, And once again, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Maybe I'm just, but you can see like there's like scratches, really bad scratches. I don't know if it's one of those things where there's like a protective layer and you like peel it off, but it does not look like that. It looks like that's just how it is. So I'm gonna say damaged on this as well, unless I can figure out a way to see if this peels off. If it peels off, great, no complaints. I can't really get it right now, and I don't want to bore you guys by trying to. Okay, so let's. I got it figured out. So it does peel back, which I'm probably gonna upset a lot of people by doing. Okay, that's better. That's way better. I should have left it on there. Shame on me, but that is a lot better, a lot cleaner. Can't really see any scratches. So there was definitely a peeling sticker on there. I will go back later after the video and everything and check out these other ones and see if there's like a pilly thingy. But the biggest portion of this, the biggest reason I got this, besides the game, was the statue, obviously. A little bit of a spoiler. I wanted to keep this hush-hush, but if you do follow me on Facebook, you do know that it is going to happen. They just announced a single-player, story-driven, that is gorgeous as hell. a single player story-driven Hellraiser game. And if you've looked into it, Saber Interactive, which I know has a very bad history of pre-orders for their games, Saber Interactive did a pre-order for a collector's edition. And if you've not seen it, go ahead and look it up. But it is really cool looking. Actually, I know this is not the point of this video, but let me show you guys this real quick. Alright guys, and welcome back. I was just pulling this up for you guys so I could show you guys, but a little bit of a spoiler for future video is this really cool Hellraiser Revival Collector's Edition. I did go ahead and pre-order this on Saber Interactive. I know they're kind of a hit and miss with their collector's editions, but I could not miss this opportunity. It's story driven, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. You get this Cenobite statue and puzzle box with LED features. You can also pay an extra $60, which I know is kind of, you know, on Saber Interactive's part. But I did go ahead and pre-order both. There's the original Lament configuration, and then there's the one specifically for this game. You get a official art book, which is like a deluxe hardback art book. You get a poster, enamel pins, a version of the game, and a steelbook. It doesn't show it on here, but you get a steelbook as well. A fine art print. You get a digital soundtrack. Once again, wish it was a physical soundtrack, but unfortunately it's just digital. You get a trading card pack and a collector's edition box that every bit of this comes in. So I did go ahead and pre-order this. This is going to be one of those things that's kind of going to be really bad if it comes in damaged, because there is no way to really take it back unless I end up, I guess, being like, yo, Saber Interactive, take it back. But anywho, let's go ahead and finish off this stream, guys, with Soleil the Princess. Really nice box, as I stated. It is secure with some like foam type material, and here is excuse me, my throat has been acting up all night long. And here is the 7-inch statue. Now this thing is, I don't know if you guys can hear it, it is very cheaply made. It looks like, yeah, the arms are very bendy. But it is still a really nice statue. Honestly, I know a lot of collector's edition boxes in the past have had some really bad statues. I actually like this statue. It is a really nice statue. I don't know much about the game, but I could probably right off the bat tell you that it captures the feel of the game. So I honestly, I like it. I think it's a really cool piece. Will I probably be putting this up on the shelf? Probably not. This will probably go back in the box and back in the original box, but it's still a really cool piece to have. If I do enjoy the game enough, I'll probably put it on display, but since it does come in this really nice cushioned packaging, it will probably stay in there. So there is the statue. Alrighty guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did enjoy it. Comment down below what you think about this box set. Would you buy it for yourself? Would you wait until it went a little bit cheaper? And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said earlier in the video, there is a bunch of pre-orders coming out from now up until November. Steelbooks of movies, collector's editions. I do have a couple more collector's editions coming in, but for the most part, that is it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.